Oh, Lucci with no H. Okay. And wait, are there two L's there? Yeah, there's two L's.
Yeah,
Oh,
so for Joanna and Pepe Lu, if you watch this replay, I think you guys were getting better positions than your opponent for the majority of the game. I
okay.
think the biggest thing is you should make sure you're only attacking on one board at a time. And also, Joanna, take all of the free pieces and don't take years off of Chuck's life.
Okay, so Chick and Helms are playing. Again, neither of them are friends. Another two. Helms Knight, Chicken Crossroad.
I believe they are warming up though because these are not their BWC
Do
opponents.
you see
Oh,
a
it's
pattern?
for 2525. That's real good for my OCD. Can you imagine having to play against a 2400 rated Chicken Crossroad and a 2500 rated Helms Knight? Like, I would feel scammed.
Okay, well, since they're not playing an important match here, let me just go ahead and friend them. Add friend. Add friend. Super frustrating. If anyone from chess.com is listening to the stream, please fix your site.
It's such a weird coding error to have. Like, it seems like it should be fairly easy to fix.
It should be trivial to fix.
So it appears Liga Stavak is not currently online, so that's probably why we have the hold up with their match being played.
Okay.
It'd be a little bit sad if he shows up and they start 30 minutes late at the same time as the match that moved back.
So maybe we should cover the other match then. Are they online? So yeah, the other one would be Cannot Give You a Tempo and Good Gamer. Let me see if they're online. Which I should point out that I should be able to tell you automatically because Good Gamer is a friend of mine, but being a friend is no. Okay, so they are playing. Let's switch to the other match. Okay, so
I remember this group. This is one where they had the legendary comeback where they were down like 7-2 or something like that, and they brought it all the way back.
This was like this is the one we had the 3-1 Ukrainian, and I think we have like the same thing going on, 3-1 Ukrainian.
Oh. So that means next week we're going to have the all Ukrainian.
There might be an all Ukrainian match. All right, so let me change the title. We're going to look at this under 2000 match instead of the Helms Knight match. Which isn't like the end of the world because Helms Knight plays fairly regularly with Chicken, and we expect it to be kind of a blowout. So by the way, this is the first game of the match. In this under 2000 section. Okay, so a good gamer from Germany has played a lot before. I've played with him on stream a lot, both as my partner and as my opponent. He's a fairly strong, fast player. I think he's a bit underrated at 1800. Cannot give you a tempo. What is he waiting for? Does he want like pawn at e6 or something like that to sack the queen and then go in? I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, finally he's played the pawn. Maybe he just wanted to give his partner some time to defend. His partner, by the way, probably wants to play bishop to d7. to get a little king safety to cover e8 against possible rook shenanigans.
Yeah, we have a very simplified board between Good Gamer and BuenosS.
Yeah,
Or Buenos.
maybe he's planning on sacking. Okay. Buenos probably wants to play king up to try to grab that knight. I think Good Gamer should play bishop to d7. Just to try to get some activity there. Maybe he wants pawn at f6 to try to get that knight out of there.
So in positions like this where
Take
there's
that pawn.
so little material on either board, time becomes magnified so much.
Yeah, we have a runner. Okay, you got to get this bishop active and the rook active. Let's get it done.
You're not allowed to develop your pieces in Bunkhouse. It's against the rules.
Okay, so like another bishop would be wonderful, like bishop at f4, for example. What else can we do?
I have a crazy idea. What if we develop the bishop on c?
Yeah, no, I mean, I permanently like developing the bishop, but it seems good gamer doesn't seem to believe these two pieces exist. So we're just gonna assume that he's gonna ignore them for the rest of the game. And if he ignores them for the rest of the game, then we're looking like, what does he do until then?
I think you just might be right. He's gonna
plot twist. Tricks. He has been ignoring those pieces.
That's surprising to me.
We're probably going to see a sack here, and then like another bishop would be quite good for him. Even pawns are fairly good. Like a few pawns might even mate. Pawn check. Which side? Pawn check on the right is the right way to go. So I think pawn check on the right is fairly winning.
I think pawn f2 is stronger, because if pawn d2 I run to f1, and then on knight g3 I go to g1, and then I run over to h2 where I'm kind of safe.
So pawn f2 has to go to the right, and then a pawn would mate. Okay, so pawn mates. Does this knight also mate? Is the question. Well, a rook mates. Okay, that's for sure. So that was good coordination from Good Gamer and CannotGiveYouATempo. I feel bad that they won because of this lack of development here that wasn't punished.
Yeah, I'm also upset that he was rewarded for playing without two pieces.
Right, but still, hats off to them for their coordination. So our score is now 1-0. So does the other game start at 12:30, or when does it start?
Yes.
Okay. So I might switch to that game even if this one isn't finished. But
that sounds good.
We'll see. Maybe they can finish the match. By the way, there is a big rating differential here. Okay, I like what. Okay, push the pawn. I like what CannotGiveYouATempo is doing. His development seems pretty good, although his partner has some problems. His partner has to give up a piece here. Oh, just take that rook though. Why are we not? Sorry, take the queen. Why were we not taking the queen? It was much better before. Like now it's bad unless he gets like a lot of feed. Like knight at e5 could be quite good, but without feed, he has not a great position. And he's sacking another pawn. Why are we sacking all this stuff for no reason? There's the knight, though. He is getting everything in the world he wants. If king to the right, we have rook takes pawn.
Yeah, I think king e8 was accurate there.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. And by the way, the knight guards d3, and also guards c4. So CannotGiveYouATempo is actually fairly safe here. If his opponent tries to mount a counterattack. Now I like bishop at c6 or maybe pawn check.
No, I think bishop at c6 is better because the pawn actually gets in the way of the rook's attack on the f7 square.
Well now we have rook down check, but probably bishop check first. Like bishop at maybe b4, bishop at b. Oh, don't like that. Not a fan.
Oh no, this is really nice.
Uh,
So king e8, and we have to take this rook.
Look at his partner though. his partner's king is in trouble. Oh, we take that though.
No,
That's a
pawn at
pawn.
f5 is inaccurate.
Of
Don't take
course,
this back. If you let the bishop defend the king, then
right?
your attack's on. Okay, he finds knight at f4.
Yeah, king down, I assume.
Oh, this.
Okay, I guess rook to the right. He should have mate here actually, because he has a knight in hand. Is his partner gonna? His partner is gonna live.
E8. But yeah, no,
No, the
there's
knight
something right here.
check if then. Yeah, take that knight. Knight
My
takes.
idea if knight check was king f8, but you have
Yeah,
bishop.
knight takes knight, then king d8 on the other board.
Oh, okay, this is very accurate.
Yeah, this is very accurate. So
yeah, and just rook d8 here.
Yep. So king d8 is fine for his partner.
Well, this still
that is not accurate. Well, actually, with the knight, since he has another knight in hand, it works. If he didn't have another knight, then it wouldn't work.
Rook d8 was definitely clean. So you know what would be absolute chaos
Whoa,
here?
we had a resignation. I guess that abort didn't screw up the score, so we're still 2-0. Anyway, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, so I was just saying it would be so funny if BuenosS and Oleksandr win this week and then lose the next week, so we have an absolute chaotic three-way tie in this division. That would be pretty funny.
So Zarkov S, is the Helm's Knight not happening? I believe it's happening right now. I've made a decision to cover the under 2000 section because I believe the Helm's Knight chicken match is going to be a blowout, and because they are for sure going to progress to the elimination bracket, and we're going to see more of them. So I wanted to cover some other teams instead.
Yeah, actually, I'll go check real quick. Is Helm's Knight streaming her match?
She does not seem to be streaming. No. Good gamer winning queen.
I do expect this match to be a lot more competitive than the Helm's Knight and chicken match.
I like this bishop move. So maybe like bishop at f3 or knight at c3. I want to deflect the d5 knight somehow. I guess a rook mates also, but I don't really see a rook coming. Yeah, and this, not only that, the knight wins for his partner. So yeah, knight at, and then the queen and his mate. So this game is over. Even push the pawn. d5. Bishop g5. Oh, he uses another bishop. Slight inaccuracy, but still wins. Our score is now 3-0. Okay. So the higher rated team is already up on time by what, about 10 seconds or so, which is a huge advantage, of course, in Bughouse. Are you still here, Scary Snakes? You haven't talked in a while. Maybe he's going to check on the Helm's match.
I was eating some rice.
Okay. We're gonna have to work on your Eden ELO. I think we can get that higher.
Yeah, it's like, I know that time is really important in eating, just like it is in Buckhouse. It's something I've always struggled
honestly,
with.
so something I found with that is it kind of depends on the character of your family situation, especially how many siblings you had. So if if your meals like dinner and lunch and such are structured that like everyone gets a plate of food and they eat their plate of food, um, then you could have some slow eaters. But if it's more buffet style, where like the faster you eat, the more food you get to take from the center of the table, then you're rewarded for eating quickly. And I
Yeah.
kind of come from the later camp, so I'm a very fast eater because like the faster you
Oh,
eat, the
okay.
more food you get.
So you've been training this for all your life. Like maybe at some point you need to give me a food
I
lesson.
can give you some tips for sure.
Okay. I'm excited to learn all the tech. What's happening here? Oh, what's happening is Alexander's king is going on a trip.
It is. We can take
Pawn
that
at
with the
d2
bishop.
fails to bishop e takes
Yeah,
d2, yeah.
and that's an extra pawn that can be used to mate Alexander.
This is a lot of time.
Okay, pawn check, knight mates. Oh, or we can mate with the rook. That's okay. The gamer can just take this knight. But I guess he's going to sit and hope that sitting makes him
Ooh.
resign more.
All right, just a quick update to the Helms night match. It was 2-0 for Chicken Helms, and the Russian team struck back and won game 3, so it's currently 2-1.
Oh, wow. So good gamer is actually going to try to checkmate here. I'm not sure why Alexander is waiting. I like queen h6 here. Okay. We get pawn check. Oh, this is
now queen
mate.
h6.
This is it
This is not mate.
was mate if you played more accurately. It's no longer mate. Yeah, but a pawn check on g7 was just maiden. Now we can have. This is actually now one for Buenos S, but now good gamer probably will notice it's time to sit.
Do
So
you play?
if cannot give you a tempo, so if Alexander moves and cannot give you a tempo dies right now, or is internet disconnects or something, then they could get a win. Nope, that's just luck. I do like that good gamer was pressing for the win, but the thing is, when you're pressing for a win like that, when your opponents are sitting, you have like infinite time to find the most accurate move possible. So there was no reason to play queen at e7. Good gamer is saying no rematch question mark. Did they accidentally jump in the random pool or something? I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I assume that's what happened. Either that or maybe Alexander just... No, Alexander just didn't disconnect because he moved at the end.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we get like blowout matches and the opponents just decide there's no way to win, so they
Oh.
forfeit. But like I hope they play on.
Chuck, you might want to consider switching to the Helms and Chicken match. It's actually tied up at 2-2.
Uh well,
Oh, your call concluded. Just give me the
if
update.
these guys aren't playing, then we'll switch to Helm's Chicken. Um, are these guys not playing? That's really odd. I guess I could check my messages because they are in my section here.
Yeah.
Okay, so good gamer is asking why aren't they playing? Okay, well, I guess we can watch the Helms match while we wait. So Helms and Chicken are playing an IM and an FM, so two title players here. Oh, never mind, they are playing again. So I'm gonna switch back to the Ukrainian match.
Here we go. Oh, Buenos is going full Saxon with 95.
He is,
And
yeah.
good gamer won't even allow him. I would be so
I
happy if
like
my
this
opponent
bishop
wasn't like
move.
this.
Tries to hit the knight, also threaten to sack. You have to play like knight d3 to defend both.
Yeah. The sack is much more dangerous for good gamer because of Bueno's lack of development.
Yeah, so now like a pawn would be good. Ooh, don't like
Yeah,
that.
I like.
But it's okay. It's just he had better. I mean, he's not like losing stuff.
He is going to be losing the piece back here to e5.
So bishop takes h2 followed by pawn at g3 is interesting. Okay, now he's losing a piece. Yeah, good gamer made a series of poor life choices.
I think I prefer taking the bishop on d6 than taking that on
Yeah, no,
f6.
for sure. For sure, I like that better because it creates a weakness, which right now is guarded by the a5 bishop, but won't always be guarded by that. Can I give you a tempo is trying to win pieces as fast as his partner loses pieces. And indeed has won a queen back, as well as a piece. So good gamer might want like pawn at f4 or something like that, but I like that he's continuing to move. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn should be played. Oh, not that pawn, but I guess that pawn's okay. It's just there were better pawns to take that were more checky. We can take this pawn twice. Get it out of our face.
This is a huge material advantage for the Ukrainian team, but I'm really worried about Alexander's king safety. I think knight takes h6 here, followed by bishop at f6.
It's not that huge of a material advantage. Well, by the way, did he have queen takes g4 before? Like, was that a hanging knight? Okay, so now a knight mates.
Yeah, it was actually a knight trade, but he decided not to trade back because can I give you a tempo? Put a piece on g4, which Oleksandr7chess captured.
Oh, that's a free knight. Okay, free knights are the best kind of knights. Let's get the mate.
No, but we get to make like. Oh wait, no, this is actually good. This is good because pawn d7 and then bishop b4.
I mean, it would be good if his partner weren't mated. You're saying?
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Now they're double sitting. This will definitely solve the whole being checkmated issue.
They are. And by the way, I should follow Josh, because we are probably going to switch to that match when it starts. Although I think Death by Checkmate will be streaming it as well. Okay, they're not even on yet, so no worries. Oh, Death by Checkmate in the chat. Hey, Death by Checkmate. Good luck to you in your match. You can shout out.
And thank you guys for pushing your match time back a little for us. Oh, okay. We have the Oleksandr Classic where we're made in one, but we're going to sit it all the way down anyways.
Yeah, that's a little bit frustrating because we have other matches that we want to cover. I don't know why he does that.
I mean, they do have a win condition. If good gamer sneezes and makes a move, pawn at d7 is a mate threat.
Okay. So our score right now is 5-0. And again, this is under 2000 section, so it is first to 8 with a win by 2 condition.
Oh my goodness. All right. Chuck, just another quick update. The Russian team has taken a 4-3 lead over the team of Chicken and Holmes.
Oh, wow.
So from chat, it seems that Holmes is just dealing with some sort of lag issues, so that could be in part contributing to this match disparity. But
so good gamer has picked up a pawn. Oh, I would have maybe played h5 there instead, but this seems reasonable.
Yeah, h5 like a real chess player. Oh, CannotGiveYouATempo could have won a piece with pawn at e4.
So now has to watch out for g2. Oh, don't like
Or
that.
we could ignore it.
G2 falls. Oh, he doesn't want G2. Okay, knight H3 is reasonable. Okay, we're not making chess moves. We're just dropping pieces apparently.
Why do you keep pretending like developing your pieces is allowed, Chuck?
Okay, so a rook mates for them.
Finally
he plays H4. I think he wants to play bishop to G5.
He's like, as long as I don't have to develop my pieces, I'll do anything. I'll even make it.
Now new knight in.
That's...
New knight in is the queen mates for his partner with knight check.
That pawn had a very important job.
Bishop G5 was still good there.
Yeah. And here, like, bishop b4 is good, and we won a piece after they block on d6, but bishop b5 was crushing.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily win a piece because this knight is hanging, although it puts the king in some hawk. Okay,
There's no way. If you have the audacity to take on f6 with your king, you are a wild man. You did not just say the knight's hanging on f6.
It is. It's a hanging piece.
That's extreme even for you.
No.
I cannot believe you just fixed your mouth to say those words to me.
Okay, so knight f4. We could pick up a queen at the very least, if not a king.
Yeah,
that's a free. Just take the knight. Take the c4 knight because the knight is pinned. Okay, so now we can safely take the knight because
now queen g5.
Yeah, but we can take the knight first because king takes knight is not an option.
I'm sorry, they both missed on the other board. CannotGiveYouATempo played knight h4 thinking that was
with bishop takes.
But yeah. Okay, sometimes when you play a bad move confidently, your opponent will believe you, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay, we can bring the other knight in though. With knight e to f4. And then we could throw in some pawn checks. It's probably gonna mate. And by probably I mean mate in one, definitely. We can push h6. Slight inaccuracy. He put a new pawn on h6 when he could have pushed, but that's okay.
Yeah, that could really cost him in terms of team morale. All right, Chuck. The time has come.
I do not believe.
Chuck, okay, you could at least wait for me to finish.
I'm not gonna wait. That's how strong my disbelief is. And you could even ask me about the Helm's Knight match, and I would give you a similar answer.
Unfortunately, I can't ask you about that one because it's actually an even match. But I guess I could ask you if we're on upset alert. So
I don't think we're even on upset alert.
This is not alert. Okay. Can we send out like upset pamphlets?
No.
No, not even pamphlets. Okay,
no pamphlets.
All right. Good to know where we stand.
I think Chicken and Helms are pretty easily going to win the match. We can take with check first, yeah. And now do we take... I think we take with pawn instead of queen. Because if we took with queen, knight at c2 could have been a thing.
Oh, I like bishop at h6. I didn't really care if you took my pawn on g2.
I like bishop at f6 if we're deciding where to put a bishop. Okay, let's...
e4 here.
I like knight to... I liked knight h3 and castles. Okay, now I like d4. Oh, this is a good move too. Yeah, queen takes bishop. I'll take it. We're hitting the rook. Oh, don't take that. Let's just go king up.
None of our pieces are developed and our king's
That's
on
a
e7.
free rook.
Perfect time.
It's a free rook for nothing.
Yeah, and that rook's going to hurt Oleksandr.
It is. Let's... Oh, I still wouldn't have taken that, but that's okay. Oh, he just hung the queen. Hung the queen and still losing.
Oh, that's
hung two queens, not just one queen. Hung two queens.
Okay, he actually sees the queen.
Okay, but even with the hang two queens, CannotGiveYouATempo like still has mate. So
yeah, Oleksandr's super dead, but huge moral victory for Buenos.
Okay, let's play like rook c1, rook a c1 or something like that. Hit that pawn. The other option is rook h to f1. We really need to get these rooks involved.
Chuck, are you excited to see Oleksandr sit for another 80 seconds?
I am not excited. Not only that, I'm wondering what's the status of the death by checkmate match. Okay. The status seems to be that none of them are online yet. Oh, okay. I'm following death by checkmate, so there's that. We have mate in one coming.
I was actually starting to become excited for Oleksandr sitting made it in one. Like, I feel like it was becoming his thing.
Yeah, it's not necessarily great to have a trademark, because if you create an alt, which I don't recommend, but say you do, everyone can identify you immediately. Like if you see someone sit when they're mated in one every single game, then like we know that's an Oleksandr7chess dupe.
Whoa, C6 is unnecessary. Take this knight for your
partner. Yeah, knight at C3. Probably just king up. It's not really the end of the world yet. The king is safe enough. So it's like a rook for bishop position.
There's just no reason to play
right.
pawn
No,
2
no reason to do it, but it's not like a game over thing. Not only that, we have a bishop at H5 check option.
Oh my, Chuck, I have a huge bit of news to report. For the first time today, Good Gamer has developed all of his pieces.
Oh my god.
We thought it couldn't be done.
He hasn't developed his rooks yet, but yeah, all the minor pieces don't count.
All right,
all the minor pieces.
Yeah, that's a huge upset. I did not see that coming in this match.
Would not have expected it either.
There were positions where he literally had no pieces except for the ones that were undeveloped, and it was still like, nah.
And I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe we'll see knight at H5, but I would trade the bishops first. Just bishop takes bishop.
Bishop at E7, nice move from CannotGiveYouATempo, developing a piece and allowing the rook to cover on the back rank. I remember from one of the earlier games, Chuck begging for a good gamer to do something similar.
Yeah.
And instead, he just ignored his pieces.
Okay, let's take that knight.
Yeah, we can take everything here and go knight.
Yeah, I would. Exactly.
Yep, and he goes for this. Oleksandr's won a pawn, though, and he'll get some
extra king safety. Can I give you a tempo? Should take that knight at some point.
Yeah, that's not the square to put the queen on because you're going to get hit on d6 later. This queen really wanted to be on the d7 square.
You can just drop a pawn in. Ooh, that I don't know about. We're taking that for sure. If we can't take this pawn, we can't take this pawn.
And he's aware, yeah, and his position is just crushing. So right now, I think at E8 is a mate threat.
Oleksandr might want like a pawn for B7. Maybe that's why he was sitting, but it didn't come apparently. I still think we take this knight. Why are we not taking the knight?
Ooh,
okay, take the queen first. Oh yeah, mate in one, even better.
And he finds it. He says, "I know how pins work."
Okay, was that match? Is that 8-8-0? Or
yep, that is the match. And Helm's Knight and Chicken woke up. By the way, it is 7-4.
Okay,
you are correct for not sending out the upset pamphlets.
Yeah, we can watch that for a little bit.